Okay, so what if I told you that your next vacation could feel like stepping into the future and into the ancient past, all at the same time? Well, that's exactly the kind of bold new vision for travel that's taking shape right now in the heartland of Thailand. And honestly, it could completely change how we all see the world. So let's just start with this one big question. What if your vacation wasn't just about escaping your daily grind, but about really connecting with a place? Not just about taking photos and souvenirs, but about actually giving something back. This is the idea, the really powerful idea that's driving a huge shift in how we think about travel. Ever since the pandemic kind of hit the reset button on everything, a lot of us are looking for something different. The old way of doing things, it just doesn't feel quite right anymore. We're creating trips that are more meaningful, more sustainable, and just more real. And you can really see that shift when you put the old and new side by side. We're moving away from those crowded, tourist trap hotspots and generic hotels. Instead, we're searching for undiscovered gems and truly authentic experiences. It's not enough to just stand back and watch anymore. We want to actively participate, and we want to do it in a way that's good for the planet and for our own well-being. And that brings us to this incredible place, Isan. It's the cultural heart of Northeast Thailand. It's a region that is just so rich in tradition and unspoiled nature, but it's almost always overlooked by tourists who are making a beeline for the southern beaches. And you know what? That's exactly what makes it the perfect stage for this whole new travel experiment. So, how do you really experience a place like Isan? Well, the answer isn't a five-star resort. It's something much, much more personal. It's the hero of our story, the homestay. A homestay is, at its core, beautifully simple. You rent a room from a local family. But it's so much more than just a place to sleep. It's a genuine cultural immersion. It's basically an invitation to step inside someone else's world, even if it's just for a little while. And what's so amazing about the homestay model is that it's a true win-win situation. For you, the traveler, you get an unforgettable, totally authentic experience. At the same time, the host community gets direct income, new local jobs are created, and they get this powerful reason to preserve and celebrate their unique cultural heritage. Everybody wins. Yeah, and one source I was looking at just put it perfectly. It captures the real magic of the whole thing. You're not just a guest in a hotel. You literally become part of the family for a while. You're sharing meals, you're sharing conversations, you're sharing daily life. And that's a connection you are just never going to find in a hotel lobby. But, okay, let's be real. It's not a perfect fairy tale. This incredible idea is facing some very real challenges in ISN, hurdles that could stop it from ever reaching its full potential. When you break it down, the problems fall into about 7 key areas. There are issues with the community, the product itself, management, marketing, finances, policy, and even competition. Let's dig into a couple of those right now. So, for example, under product worries, there's a real danger that as these homestays get more popular, the experience could start to feel a little too commercial or even kind of fake. And then you've got community worries, like making sure the money actually benefits everybody, not just one or two families, and figuring out how to balance tradition with modernization. Okay, but this is where it gets really, really exciting. To solve all of these problems, researchers have mapped out this super ambitious vision for the future of Isan's homestays, a future where ancient tradition meets modern technology head-on. And they're not just dreaming here. They put a specific date on this vision, 2035. So this isn't some far-off fantasy. It's a tangible, actionable goal for just over a decade from now. So how do they get there? Well, the roadmap starts with the foundation, building strong community cooperatives. From there, it's about bringing in digital tools for booking and marketing, getting health and safety standards up to snuff, and then, and this is the big leap, piloting advanced tech like AI and robotics. And that all leads to a fully realized hybrid model by 2035. So what does this high-tech, high-touch future actually look like? Well, picture this. Your phone is your key. You check in remotely on an app, and a simple QR code unlocks your door. All that friction of a front desk, gone. And your host? Well, they might have some new helpers. Maybe a little robot pet greets you, or an AI-powered service anticipates what you might need. Now, the key here is that the tech doesn't replace the human connection, it actually enhances it. It frees up the host to focus on what really matters, that cultural exchange. And behind the scenes is where the real magic happens. The entire community is connected. Instead of competing with each other, all the local homestays operate as one single cooperative. They manage everything together, from shared farming to making sure quality is high across the board. You see, This directly solves those problems we talked about earlier, like community conflict and making sure the benefits stay local. What's so powerful about this whole vision is that it's way more than just a plan for Isan. It's a potential blueprint that could be used by rural communities all over the world. The blueprint really boils down to 4 powerful steps. Step 1, you start with the people, getting community groups to work together as one. Then, step 2, it's about investment, educating and training the hosts. After that, step 3, it's all about quality, standardizing services so every guest has a great, safe experience. And finally, step 4 is just getting the word out, with cool ideas like national competitions to build a really strong brand. And that's why this matters so much. If they can pull this off, the Isan model won't just be a local success story. It could literally become the template for how to develop sustainable, authentic, and profitable tourism in rural areas all across Southeast Asia, and probably beyond. Ultimately, what this is all about is building resilience, because a model like this isn't just for the good times. It's about creating a strong, self-sufficient system that, as one researcher put it, can be the key to helping communities deal with totally unexpected crises, making them stronger for whatever comes next. So, I guess it leaves us all with a question to think about. In a world of crazy technology and constant connection, what does authentic travel really mean to you? The answer, well, it might just be waiting in a place like Isan.